Hi, friends. Today we're going to read one of our favorite books, Red Leaf, Yellow Leaf by Lois Ehlert. She's the author and illustrator. After we read this book, we'll do a project. I'll make our own fall tree. Some yellow leaves and some red leaves. I've been saving this little leaf from my sugar maple tree so I could show it to you. I love my tree. It was born long before I was. The wind blew seeds from the big maple trees in the woods. They whirled and twirled as they fell to the ground. Seeds the squirrels didn't find lay sleeping among the leaves until they were covered with snow. When the spring sun warmed the seeds, they sprouted and sent roots down into the soil. Tiny leaves unfolded on their stems. Some baby trees. I think my tree would have been happy to stay there forever, but one day nursery workers came to the woods to collect tree sprouts. They transplanted the sprouts and tended them year after year. Just as the trees were settling in, they were measured, marked, and uprooted again. Look at all those chickadees. Each ball of roots was wrapped and tied with twine. My tree was loaded onto a truck filled with other trees and delivered to the garden center. Wonder what's going to happen next. We went there in fall and picked out my tree. Daddy had a hole already dug, waiting for it. There's a bunch of trees. When we got home, we lowered my tree into the hole. I held the trunk while Dad covered the roots with soil. Look at that, there's a bunch of worms in the soil. Now, every night before I go to bed, I peek out the window and wave at my tree. When it snows, I hang up treats for the birds. Some woodpeckers and a chickadee. Each spring, I look for signs that my tree is growing. New leaves. By late summer, the crown of leaves is bushy and green. I love it when the tree flowers turn into winged seeds. But if you want to visit my tree, come in fall. That's my favorite time. Can you guess why? Why do you think it's a favorite time? Because of all these beautiful leaves, yellow and red leaves. Right, that's a very fun book. Now we'll make our own colorful tree for the fall. The first thing you need is a plain piece of paper. I've got one right here. We're going to trace our hand on it. I already did. I'll show you. Just like this. Put my hand on the paper and traced around so that all of my fingers look like branches. Now, I'm going to color the bark of my tree in because it's not usually white. Bark is usually kind of brown, a little darker brown. There we go. Color it in any way you want. Sometimes bark is different colors, so maybe you want to use a little brown and maybe a little gray. Gray in my tree. And I have to have something down here where my tree is growing. Maybe a little bit of grass. Oh, that's great, green grass. Grass down here at the bottom of my tree. And now I'm going to put some beautiful fall leaves on there. Do you know what color leaves are usually in the fall? The leaves change from green to maybe a little bit of red. I have some red tissue paper. Moms and dads can help you cut up tissue paper. You can do it yourself. Some yellow. Ooh, maybe a little bit of purple. You can cut some of these colors up. And I'm going to glue it to my branches. A little bit of glue. The glue is very messy. I'm going to paint it on there. Right in my branches. And a little bit over here. After I have some glue on there, I'm just going to stick some colorful leaves on there. Look at that. You can even crunch them up a little if you want to. Yellow. Here's a little crunched up one. Sometimes there's still some green ones on there too. Oops, that doesn't stick very well. You can cover your whole tree with some beautiful fall colors, even some brown. There we go. And what happens to the leaves after they change color? Where do they go? Do they fall down on the ground? I think I'm even going to put a little glue down on the bottom. Right there. I'm going to make a little leaf pile. These will be my crunched up ones. Make a little leaf pile at the bottom of under my tree where all the colorful leaves fell down. There we go. You can add some stuff to your tree, to your picture. You could add some birds or maybe some clouds. Cloud up here, a couple clouds up here. Maybe a sun. Sunshine for your fall tree. There we go. Just like Lois Ehlert, I made a picture of a fall tree. You can do that at home. And we'll see you next time.